Imagine you get an invitation, a chance to play a game that promises to change your life forever. That's the exact question at the heart of this philosophical play, The Last Gambit. It's all about what happens when totally ordinary people are pushed to their absolute limits. So let's dive into this really intricate game. So, right off the bat, the play opens with this chilling question from Victor Crowell, the unseen creator of the Gambit. It just perfectly sets the stage for this deep dive into destiny, choice, and, all the unseen forces that kind of shape our lives. So how does it all begin? Well, for the people living in the small town of Millfield, it all kicks off with a mysterious black envelope. It's an invitation to a game, one that offers a total escape from the daily grind, but at a cost they can't even begin to imagine. And we really see this world through the eyes of John Prescott. He's our everyman, right? A middle-aged guy, a husband, a father, who just feels like he's going through the motions. He's that perfect symbol of that universal feeling of being stuck and wanting something more, which makes him the perfect guide for us into this very strange world. Now, the invitation itself talks up the gambit in these really grand terms. This isn't about winning money or a prize. No, it's about a complete and total transformation. The promise is this chance to finally break free, but the warning is crystal clear. This is going to test the very fabric of who you are. So who actually takes this crazy leap of faith? Well, the game brings together a pretty diverse group, and each person is carrying their own burdens. And once they're all in one place, the rules are laid out, and let's just say they don't mince words. And what a cast of characters it is. Each one really represents a different piece of the human condition. You've got John, the everyman, his wife Emily, who's kind of sacrificed her own dreams, Marcus, the super-driven rival, and Sophia, who's just searching for some kind of purpose. And then, guiding them all, is the mysterious Olivia Grant. Olivia lays out these three simple, but honestly terrifying rules, and they establish the stakes immediately. This is so much more than just a game. It's a journey with real, permanent consequences. Every single decision matters, and there is absolutely no escape clause, no turning back. And this is where we get to the real heart of the play. See, the Gambit isn't really about the obstacles themselves. It's actually designed to be a crucible, a high-pressure situation meant to strip away everyone's masks and force them to confront who they truly are underneath it all. So what does that confrontation actually look like? Well, the challenges are so cleverly designed. They're made to attack every single aspect of their being, pushing them way, way beyond their comfort zones. I mean, this game is just relentless. They face these physical tests of courage on a rooftop. Then there are mental tests of trust while they're lost in a forest. And then these deeply emotional tests in a mirror room where their own reflections start voicing their worst insecurities. And finally, a moral test, in a courtroom no less, that forces them to confess their deepest secrets to each other. But then we get this one moment that just shows the game's true purpose. During that rooftop run, John's biggest rival, Marcus, he's about to fall. John has a clear shot to win, but instead, he chooses to save his competitor. And that right there is the turning point, where the game starts to shift from being about competition to being about compassion. John says this right after he saves Marcus, and it basically becomes the new mission statement for everyone. They all start to realize that the point of all this suffering isn't to beat each other, it's to learn how to support each other. And that realization is what leads them straight into the play's climax. After all the trials, all the hardship, the participants are finally brought to this grand stage for the final reveal, where the true nature of the prize is finally unveiled. This is the question, right? The one that's been driving them from the very beginning. What could possibly be worth everything they've been through? Was it wealth? Fame? What is the ultimate reward for surviving the gambit? Well, the prize isn't what any of them expected, not even close. Instead of wealth, they get empathy. Instead of fame, they find real connection. They thought the game was a way out of their lives, but it turns out it was actually a way in, a way to truly, finally engage with their own humanity. And just when you think the surprises are over, we get the biggest shock of all. On that final stage, dozens of figures just emerge from the darkness. Turns out, they're the previous winners of the Gambit. This whole thing has been going on for decades, a secret, ongoing project. And that's when Olivia delivers this incredible line, explaining the game's true mission. In a world that seems to be getting more and more divided, The Gambit was created as this radical experiment to try and rekindle empathy and prove that human connection is still possible. So, in the end, the ultimate prize is a new perspective. The participants are transformed. They become these emissaries of empathy, and they're tasked with taking the lessons they've learned about connection and compassion and spreading them back in their everyday lives. And the play leaves all of us with this final, lingering question. If The Gambit is all about taking a huge risk to find a deeper connection and purpose, well, what leap of faith are you willing to take in your own life? What's the game that you need to play?